Okay, guys. So we knew this was coming. BHAT was under 10 cents for over 10 days, and that's why they faced the Nasdaq delisting due to low stock price. This is why I will never alert sub 10-cent penny stocks in my Discord, because I just don't like fighting a lot of negative news. If it doesn't pump and it just kind of consolidates, you kind of just get left into this, right? And that's what's causing this to go down, because it's going to go down anytime you get negative news like this. The Blue Hat receives delisting notice. It's not good, right? And with my strategy, I'm not trying to make outrageous returns. I'm just looking for 10%. But you can see how, with my strategy though, you really need to start waiting the max number of days from the EMA 5. When price touches this EMA 5, give it that time distance. You know for a fact that price will return to that EMA 5. And if you give that about 7 daily candles, like really long time, like right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you give that 7 daily candles, you already get a much better average than a lot of the people that have been buying it way up in these region. And I like a lot of the times is I like to see consolidation. When you give it that time distance, you see the consolidation right in here. And look at this pump you had to this EMA 10 here. You make massive money to this EMA 10 from this here to here was at 27%. Of course, this was not as near as the pump that a lot of people are looking for. A lot of people on X and social medias they're saying that this thing can pump over 1,000%, and everyone's still hyping it as of today, even with all this news, because they just I don't understand it. To me, me personally, I would take my 15% stop loss and head on out and be like, you know what? If it don't work, it don't work. Don't force a trade and be stubborn about it. This is, they got their notification. Of course, they can appeal it, but we'll see from there. But a lot of this stuff, I mean, if you look at the company too, it's based in China. One of my couple rules that I just don't like messing with is one, Chinese. If it says China, I'm not going to mess with Chinese stocks. Two, if it's under sub 10 cents, I'm not going to mess with it, because at any moment notice they can do an RS, they can do the delistment, they can do any of that, and in any moment of notice, and I don't care what chart you're looking at, it's going to get destroyed. And that 15% stop loss that I like can be much bigger in a blink of an eye. Right in here, you're down 20% in a blink of an eye in one candle here. I just don't like that. I'm more of a conservative player, and so, but if you followed exactly to the T the system, you would have got some gain in here. As you can see, price hit the EMA 5, but it just wasn't, big enough and good enough. It just took too long, unfortunately. As you can see, the longer it takes to hit the 5, price will come back up to it. But as you can see, you could at least broke even or got out with a small gain and been fine. Whereas a lot of people would have just kept playing this. And the nice thing is, once you touch this 5, you do the time distance again. You see how you don't play this as it's right on the EMA 5 and it can go down. A lot of these stocks, you wake up and you'll, if you do this strategy, you'll wake up pre-market, after hours, or during the market hours, it does massive spikes. Like right in here, it did a massive spike to the 10. And you always want to have your orders in readily available if that does happen. So, because when this happens, they don't last long. So I just wanted to do an update on this. There's a lot of things you just kind of need to avoid. I get it if you don't have a big account and you're like, well, I can't trade bigger cap stocks. I can't trade, this is why I'm doing BHAT. Well, the thing is, when you take a lot of the shortcuts, you got to understand there's a two-edged sword to this thing. Just because, it's really low price, yeah, you can make massive money. But a lot of the times that I've noticed in my experience when I trade these kind of stocks is you get a massive loss, or you're at a massive percentage, and if you just keep holding, by the time this pumps, are you really making much, right? By the time this pumps, let's say it pumps 50%, a lot of people are still negative, and they're just looking to break even, right? And when you look at this chart, it is definitely a nasty chart. It's a downtrend chart that every pump will get shorted. This EMA 50 is at the top, EMA 20 is at the top. So it doesn't make me wonder why this 20 gets hit and it pumps. The 10 gets hit, or 20 gets hits and rejects. The 10 gets hit and rejects. All these lines are EMAs. That pretty much means, like, when price comes to these areas, you can expect price to reject from that. That's all that really means. And until we get above it, then we can be in an uptrend. I can show you a high quality stock like Nvidia. Why is Nvidia in an different? It's in an uptrend. Look at the EMAs, high quality stock. Why did Nvidia plummet 17% and then pump here? It's because that's where algos look to buy. It's the same thing for BHAT. If you look at a downtrend stock, that's what BHAT. You have the inverse, the EMA 50 at the top, the 20. So when price comes to these EMAs, you can expect rejections. Okay, but this is just not my risk appetite. I know everyone has different trading strategies, but my you know 9 times out of the 10, a lot of these things just don't go well. And if you're holding this under, if it's past 10 days and it's under 10-cent stocks, it's better just to take the loss, okay? Because that delisting notice is coming. They have to release that with the rules and regulations, okay? So they got a hearing request, and I've seen people on Twitter be like, "Oh, this is bullish. They have a hearing request. It can go up big." I mean, sure, but it just makes me wonder, what is your stop loss then? If this thing went down this much after hours, you got to wonder, like, how much are you willing to hold? Are you just going to keep adding? And that's when a loss can snowball into account getting destroyed. If you're wrong, it is totally fine to be wrong, guys. I've lost on trades. It's just you don't want to keep adding to the fire and just keep hoping. Hoping is not a good strategy. If you're down 20-30%, you probably need to take that loss and move on to another stock. There's plenty of other stocks. Try to focus on more of the uptrend stocks. You're going to have much better luck. Bigger cap stocks are going to be easier. I have a very good strategy for selling puts and then doing covered calls and making nice, consistent money every day. But if you guys want to join the premium Discord and see my actual alerts, see my strategy on how I do this, I promise you guys, you're going to be profitable as long as you do exactly how I tell you guys to do this, okay? My most favorite strategy is day trading. So if you want to become a member, hit the link down below in YouTube comments below, and in the description it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts. Take you to this free chat landing page. This does not mean you're a member yet. All you have to do is click how to subscribe. Read this if you have any questions about how to subscribe, but just hit day trade alerts right here. It'll take you to this link here. Just hit this and it'll ask you to subscribe. It's literally only $12 a month. If you're willing to put lots of money in the market and you're losing thousands, you might win a big trade and then you give it all back. That's the case for a lot of people. It's not just you. You get a couple wins, you become so confident, and then you give it all back. And that's the nature of a lot of these smaller cap sub 10-cent penny stocks. They're extremely attractive when you win, but when you lose, you're like, man, I hate trading, and then you give up. I've been there, done that. I developed a system. Like, if you want volatility, try my zero DTE credit spread strategy. You'll win over 90% guaranteed, and the facts are in here. You will see me saying, oh, never, another big win, another big win, another big win. I'm on 11x win streak right now. The purpose of this strategy is to double your account every month. If you have $1,000, you should have 2,000 by the end of the month. 2,000 to 4 to 8, and you can see I'm going to snowball it effectively. That's my most favorite strategy. I also have swing trade alerts. This is a really good strategy too on how to make good money on stocks that are uptrending like this. The EMAs are at the bottom, and I will trade downtrend stocks, but I'm very picky. I like to look for at least 7 days away from the EMA 5. I like to look for a low K value, and the better the opportunity is if it's at this lower band. So that's just how I look to do it. You do how you want, but it has a really good win ratio. This is what works for me, made me a full-time trader, and we all lose. The best traders, there's no strategy that will never have losses. The best thing is, how do you manage risk? With my day trading strategy, I always have a stop loss, and I tell you guys exactly what it is. My swing trading strategy, there's always a stop loss. There's no hidden secret to it. It's just, do you obey it? Do you abide by it? And if you do, you can be consistently profitable in the market. So that's my analysis on BHAT. I hope you guys liked it. This is how I trade against the trend on stocks like this. I wait for the EMA 5 to have about 7 daily candles away from it. I look at this low KDJ. Apparently, actually it wasn't low enough for me to even take this trade because I like to look for less than 5. These K values were at 7 down here. But price is going to go back up to the EMA 5s. Let the people, the influencers and everything, let them pump way up in here, not knowing that, hey, price can go way dramatically down. You know, when price hits this EMA 5, that's a rejection point. That's not the point to buy it. And if you buy it right when it gets 1 day time distance, you're hoping it hurry ups and touches that EMA 5. But if it doesn't, then you get screwed because this EMA 5 goes down every day. So hope you guys liked the video. Give it a like, subscribe, comment. Hope to see you in the Discord. If you subscribe, do it on your computer to avoid the iOS fee, and you're going to love this strategy. I want you guys to try to learn it. I know it might sound confusing, but I promise you anybody can do it. Just spend a little time. The more you do this strategy, you're going to love it, and you're going to be like, man, I'm glad I never played a sub 10-cent penny stock and gambled my accounts on something stupid like this. You're going to be like, wow, this is less stressful, and you're going to make way more money. Even if this thing pumps 100%, you'll make way more money than that. Like I said, because I will double your account every month with my day trading strategy that is effective, it's safe, it's consistent. This is not consistent, guys. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next video, and give this video a like if you liked it. I'll give you guys more educational content, and hope to see you in the Discord. Peace out.